think at that time we had 3 kids,
Yeah.
possibly.
No.
New York, we had 3.
No.
New York, we
One was a baby, so we
had 4. Wow.
We had 4.
So so that Cordell was about, yeah. So at that point, it's I suppose, yeah. If you look at it that way, actually, I've done a lot to keep the romance alive, didn't I?
Oh,
What
really?
the hell did you do, baby? No, really?
I raised your children.
Yeah.
But that sort of thing took the hassle away from you doing stuff.
That's why I cook.
But that, having that, and then
Right.
that was just the build up to then getting on a train to go to Victoria. And I honestly believing that we're going to Gatwick. We're going to the train to get the Gatwick Express.
What did I say to you? We got to queue up to get the tickets or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said.
And we were
Right? And we was in this queue, and the queue so the kiosk is sort of there, and it sort of went round sort of like that. And we're in this queue, and we're sort of in the middle of the queue, right? All of a sudden, I'm having a conversation with you, and you're looking around at people and everything, and all of a sudden, you go, "What? Are we going on the Orient Express?"
Martin, that was. Do you know what? It's something that people will say, "Oh, that is like for old people." No, that is
For old people, why would people say it's for old people?
I reckon because
You're talking about the new gens.
it may actually, I think maybe more of the new gens might appreciate something like that because I'm thinking that they're always looking for experiences, yeah, but they might not
stories. No.
but they might not necessarily see that. I was speaking to Cordell and I said, "That is what you need to do. You know, that is the next level because
It is the next level.
Because that going on there and just the whole experience of the service that you get. We had a cabin.
Yeah, it's just a vibe on there.
It was, yeah,
It's just absolutely amazing.
It's like you've gone back to another era, but treated with the most utmost respect.
Do you remember we walked through the bar trailer, the cabin, where the piano and that was in the bar, yeah, and the woman's there playing the piano, ding 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 ding, and it's that sort of lounge music playing away. Everyone's sitting down chilling, and it was literally like Murder on the Orient Express.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
nobody got murdered as far as we know.
Yeah, well, we weren't involved in that. And then when we got served our meal, and it's got the little lamps on the table,
and we've still got the menu today.
Still got the menu. Yeah. It was beautiful. I the thing about it. For me, I love history anyway. Yeah, I love history. I loved all of those sort of things. Right. So for me, it's not. For me, it wasn't just about the whole romantic side of it. It was about experiencing that side of it as well. And I know that's something you appreciate, those sort of things as well.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it wasn't even something we spoke about.
No, but God, to be fair, I'll probably be one of those people, although it's like, oh yeah, but I don't think I would have ever thought, oh, let's go and book that because that was like something out of reach. You just don't get that.
It's out of reach now, I'm telling you.
But just like the hotel that we stayed in New York, like that was like you said, you got lucky with that one because you booked it through a company, the Travelocity back then.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was. No, I remember.
It's probably Travelocity.
And they had a policy: if something happened and you couldn't get the hotel you wanted, they had to upgrade you. So you went from a 3-star to a 5-star hotel, and just going into this
Get it right.
but going into this room that overlooks Central Park for breakfast.
That was it. That was like, so when we went down to that room, yeah, that was something like, that was some gangster scene, some Batman scene, some Die Hard scene. It was everything.
And the waiter coming around in this sort of I'm just going to say tux because I know it's not tux, but it's their waiter gear. And it's like for breakfast, I see a muffin, and I'm thinking, you can have the muffin. And he's like, it's a barn muffin. And I'm thinking, I ain't going to tell him I don't know what a barn muffin is. That's fine. And it was like, it wasn't the nicest tasting muffin. I probably appreciate it now. But it was because it's like a wheat type thing, muffin. But those sort of things, the going to Empire State Building and going up those Paris and Eiffel Tower, staying in the Hilton, which we will maybe go to later.
That was good.
And your
my experience of the Hilton was good. Say no more.
But those are the big things. Those are the things that cost money. And I think, you need to take the little thing off of the little man. Yeah, you've done something. Those are the big things.
Those are the big things. So, like the little things, for me, that isn't. Yeah, that is no. It's not. That isn't. That is part of keeping the romance alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. However, it doesn't have to be grand gestures. It doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to cost you a penny. Yeah. Because we done so much back then, with as a family and as me and you, right? Even if it was just, like I said, Vivian would watch the kids for a couple hours. We would go round to, what was the pub called?
Bread and Roses.
Bread and Roses.
Yeah.
Or the restaurant.
There's a few different ones.
No, the one on the corner in Clapham High Street.
Not the one that done the Beerodrome.
No, not the Beerodrome.
But we did do that a few times.
Yeah, that was weird.
And actually, there you go. Because we sort of worked together. God, you think we'd have enough? At one point, we were working together for years and years. But taking the time out and going out for lunch together, we've done that a lot. And it's it was Spud you like and stuff like that.
It was Spud I didn't like.
You did like Spud you like.
No, I didn't like Spud you like.
Posh on me.
Posh.
You did like Spud. You liked the tuna in Spud.
Mary.
No, tell a lie. Back then, you liked the chicken, mayo, sweet corn on his Spud.
Okay, yes, I used to eat meat. Everybody knows that. I don't anymore.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you used to eat jack and potatoes.
Okay, I don't eat jack and potatoes. Yeah, just like I don't eat meat, I don't eat. I'm potatoless. No, I'm not even talking about going up to that side of Clapham. It's where we used to go down Wandsworth Road, go down to the little fancy bars and restaurants and that, and we'd get a couple of drinks, and we'd come back. Remember, we used to have the Stella feeling. We'd come back to work a tad tipsy, right? Yeah. But luckily, we were management and we stayed in the office. We didn't have to deal with the kids and staff.
No, but I used to get Stella feeling from one drink.
Yeah. That's what we used to have, one drink.
Yeah.
And that was the Stella feeling. Yeah. But that Stella feeling is that one drink going through you.
Yeah. I do think.
Although some people say Stella feeling is to beat up your wife because Stella is related to wife beating.
No, that's wrong.
But anyway.
But there you go. That is your romantic. That is like the fact that we worked together and shared an office, it could be like we need space, but actually we took more time and spent it together at lunchtime and done that.
Right, remember when you used to be on the computer and I'd be like chicken fingering, yeah? And then you'd go, right, how's she typing that fast? What's she doing? And I turn around and you're going, just messing about. But it's those sort of little things.
Yeah, and it's I think it's everything and anything. And when I listen to some people today, I don't think. I think the romance that we had, we've.
Right, we had.
No, I do. I mean, as in, I listen to some people and thinking back to the stuff that's been put out on the Instagram and stuff like that, where you talk about not being horrible to one another, not calling people names
The
that you
name.
wouldn't say. We, I don't think we've ever gone down
Let's be
that,
real. We've had some heated debate.
but we've never
Yeah,
been
to call
offensive.
it that, to be polite. We've had some serious, serious arguments. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've never been offensive, but you have been threatening,
I will
even
always
in
tell you,
public.
but
Yeah,
if I tell you I murder you, I will
no,
only
I'm
tell
not
you I
even
murder
talking
you.
about like we'll come to that in rushing out of Stone Crow and all of that, right? And you coming out of there going, "I will fuck you up."
Come on, I
Right?
was 17.
Yeah, I know. But and then we see each other like the same night, even, right? Because we're all going to the same club or whatever, where me and Johnny's DJing or whatever. And you're like, all right, babes, all right, babes, all right, yeah. And
Why
everything's
do you
fine.
say that? I'm some sort of,
I
what do
don't
they call
know.
them? An Essex girl.
Yeah, all right,
Sorry,
babe.
not offensive to any, but I can't help a name that's been given, as in people refer
No,
to.
I'm just taking a mic, honey.
Yeah, I'm not.
All right, babe.
I'm not an all right babes person.
But are you all right,
No, I'm not all right. But anyway,
babe?
but the other thing I was going to say, we've talked about the lavish
Hold
things
on.
that's been done.
Hold on one
I'm going
minute.
to forget this one.
No, don't forget. Hold that thought.
Okay.
Hold that thought. Have you held it?
Yes.
Right. Now, Sharon and Tony, they've moved to Essex, right?
Hmm.
Does that make Sharon an Essex girl?
Oh my God, Sharon, if you're watching this, all I can say it's him.
No, all I can say is, all right, babes. Go.
The other thing, oh God, this is going to say, yeah, it's going to reiterate certain things. You do my feet
In your back.
and my back. Hold on, you have not done my back for a very long time.
There's a reason for that.
Why?
My hands are broken.
But and when I say do my feet, it's just that it isn't even massaging. It's just that
It's
gentle.
this.
It's a contact. Oh,
It's just that.
yeah, it's just that.
So I'll tell you the reason for that not doing your back, because you've been going through not puberty. You've been going through the menopause thing.
I'm going through reverse puberty.
It literally is. Yeah. And to be honest, it's scary. It's not right. Everything about it is wrong. Yeah. And it's been a case of my arms hurt, my bones hurt, and I've been dealing with that and whatever else, and the odd little rub here and there, or whatever. And I do think, you know, as we've got older, a little bit at certain times, a little bit of that intimacy does drop away because we're focused on kids, the grandkids. We're focused on everything. Yeah, not life and love, but everything.
Mhm.
Yeah? And we need to encompass that everything together, life, love, and everything. Because life is what you live, love is what you give, and everything else surrounds that. Yeah? And sometimes we get caught up in that everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we need to continuously,
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Grow.
give and take, and grow.
Grow.
And all of that.
Always.
I think because we've had our kids very young and we've been keeping that romance alive with the little things as well, you know, like just sitting there watching a program on remember that streaming box we had? It was like the first streaming box.
Yes.
What was it called?
I want to say Thompson or
It
something.
might have been Thompson something. But anyway, watching some sort of streaming service, and I'm sitting there involved in a program like Rescue Me or something. And then you walk in with some scones, with scones or scones, however you want to call it, with some jam and some cheese and some cream and all of that sort of stuff. Right. And we sit down and we cuddle up together. For me, those sort of little things, that's keeping the romance alive. You know what I mean? Just when it's like at one of our family functions, right? And we're busy hosting and cooking, entertaining, and all of that. We walk past each other, hold hands, give a little kiss. That's keeping the romance alive. You know what I mean? And I think those sort of little things, those are the things that has never made us like drift apart. So there's never be. I think in the nearly 40 years, 39 years we've been together, there's never been an empty void.
Mm.
You know what I mean? We've always been sort of tight knit. You know what I mean?
I do, because I'm feeling a bit guilty because we've talked about everything that you do for me, and I'm not shouting my own.
Not blowing your own trumpet.
Blow my own trumpet.
You're not shouting your own.
So,
Hello.
right. Is the shortbread biscuits,
Oh my God.
the cake, those.
Don't.
But I remember
My shortbreads. They're
but
sacred.
it wasn't stuff like getting up on a Sunday morning actually before you're even up and actually having shortbread biscuits ready for you because you know.
Yeah. So what's happening tomorrow?
But so I suppose and I think
But
right.
wait,
I
hold on.
suppose I'm thinking,
Question.
yeah.
Right? Do you do that out of I'm going to do that for him, or I'm going to do that for just doing it?
No,
Or this is a romantic gesture, or what's the reasoning behind you
because
doing
I'm
it?
doing it for you.
Just you're doing it for me.
Yeah. So it's not that I'm not thinking, oh, I'm going to be romantic and make this. I'm thinking,
That
actually,
was a little weird finger thing.
ooh, I actually think, you know what? He has worked so hard, or he's not feeling too good, or he's whatever. I need to do this is not an excuse for you to pretend to be or whatever. I it's like, what can I do that I know he appreciates? And you
You make me
appreciate
shortbread biscuits. Hold on. What can you do that you know he appreciates? And you make me shortbread biscuits. Things that make you say,
Listen, Linda, it's about just those little
Yeah, I know.
touches that it's about those little things that actually, for example, you will make pancakes.
Yeah. So I'll get up in the morning,
Yeah.
right? And I'm thinking about you.
And
Right?
make pancakes
make
and
pancakes.
bacon. Pancakes and bacon and syrup. And it's just like, oh my
Right,
God.
calm down, love. Calm down.
What's happening tomorrow morning? But it's so I suppose we are, this is going to sound
We
weird.
think about each other.
I was going to say we'll feed us. We feed one another. But because we appreciate food.
Oh my God.
But no, it's true. We appreciate food. So that
No, we do appreciate food.
So
And food is the heart to the soul, right?
the heart to the soul.
Yeah, heart to the soul. Food is the heart to the soul.
I don't think that sounds right.
Food is it's a something anyway. Right? It's a something.
Something.
It's a something.
Anyway,
there'll be a cloud up there and it will say what it is. Right? Food is that. Right? Now, yes, because we both love food. Food is great. Yeah. And we both come from two different backgrounds of food. Yeah. Some of the stuff you've introduced me to, some of the stuff I've introduced you to, and we love our food. Yeah. And our whole thing about it, the whole of our family, extended family, extended family,
food.
we all love food. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we refer to past people, sometimes it's like they used to make that dish so well. Do you know what I mean? We appreciate food, right? Not that that's the only thing that past person lived for, but we appreciate the food, right? And we love our food. And food is romantic. Food is very romantic,
Yes.
right? Food
That's
is
why people go out for meals to
Yeah,
bar restaurants. But actually, I think the fact that sometimes when you hear some reviews, even of some of the best places, I could go into an example of something, but I'm not going to. You
Stay on topic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is very much i- cooking for her. You know what goes into it, and it's not
Cooking
just
at home, yeah,
the
yeah.
ingredients that go into it;
It's
it's
the
the love
love that
that goes
goes
into
into
it.
it, and the thought, like I said, the thought that counts. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So raising a family and keeping that romance alive, it's it's not just about the grand gestures. It's not just about spending money and blazing that credit card and raising your debt. It's about those little things, a little touch, a little hug, a little kiss. Um, there are going to be times, most definitely, when yes, you're not physically intimate as it would be because stuff's going on, but at the same time, you've got to think about the other person and what they're going through, right? Not only that, those little things like waking up in the morning and making pancakes or shortbread biscuits or bacon sandwich or whatever, right? And it's like this
or
morning,
sorry,
um,
just a cup of coffee
just a cup of coffee. I make you coffee every morning.
every morning.
And I
And
think when I forget, I feel so
hold on,
guilty.
hold on. To be fair, I have put it up on the post. You never forget, but you did forget one time, and it twice. Yeah, but that's because you've been involved in other things. And as soon as I say, I'm having my coffee, it's like you're up and you do it, and it's not that I don't
You've not,
want my coffee. It's just that his is made with love.
hold on a minute. You haven't put that post up about where I forgot to make you coffee yet, have you? You filmed it.
This I have not put it up
Yeah,
yet.
you need to put that up.
I will do.
But and the thing and the reason there is sort of a little I don't know what it is. It's like a little thing for me, a little love thing where I love to make you a coffee. I mean,
Because you,
I've
I
been
think it's
I've been
because you
making you a coffee every
appreciate it.
morning since. Do you remember it back in Larkle, like 100 years ago,
I
right?
don't, yeah.
Where we got the coffee machine.
No, that wasn't back in Larkle. Do you not remember?
No, I
That
remember.
was in Wavertree
Yeah,
Road.
that
I had
no,
the
no,
teas
no,
made.
no. We had the teas made there, but eventually we got the coffee machine in Larkle.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember the coffee? It was a proper coffee machine.
The one that was set up there and didn't do
What? And we
anything.
didn't
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Talongi.
yeah. So that what we used to use it in
Yeah.
Larkle. We lived here and then stopped using it for some reason, right?
It was space
And
wise.
I used to like pull the levers, do the milk frothy, this that. What is it?
Frothy.
Frothy,
Frothy coffee.
frothy coffee, right? A latte. I don't know names of coffees. Yeah, all I know is latte.
And isn't it strange because the only thing I really drink now is a black coffee.
Right. So, and I've been doing it since then. I've actually been doing it since Wavertree Road, right? When you
Yeah.
think about it,
Yeah.
right? So,
No, no, no. That was the teas made back then.
I was the teas maid, and I'm
No.
still the teas
It was the
maid.
automatic thing that set the alarm.
Wait, hold on. No, but I used to set the alarm.
Oh well, yeah.
Right? Do you remember that? It was quite large, wasn't it?
No more. It was about that
That's
size.
big.
They had the clock.
Yeah,
And
it was. It
yeah.
was like that big.
Listen,
But
if you
anyway,
guys have got a teas made, show me a picture because I can't remember. But it literally,
teas maids were good.
yeah.
Let's be honest, teas maids were good.
I don't feel that your mum had one.
No, no, she's never had anything like that.
Oh, because
No, mom's never had like a teas made. I think someone got her one for like Mother's Day or a birthday or Christmas or something, and she was like, "Me no want that." Yeah, it's kind of like someone got her a what was it, bread maker? Yeah, and she gave that to me. Yeah,
and
but
we've given it
I've
to.
given it to sis.
Did we?
Yeah, yeah, it's not in the cupboard anymore, honey.
I
I've
thought I
given it
went
to
to
sis.
somebody else. So
No, I've given it to my sister. Yeah, so it's because mom didn't. She didn't need those things. She used a cooker, a oven, a pot, a pan, and whatever. You know what I mean? Right. But anyway, that's besides the point.
But yeah, we're going off topic.
Yeah.
And we've been speaking about this for a lot, and there's so much more that could be said.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a part 2.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
1, 2,
Love
3,
ya.
4.